That's Taking It Front with Derrick Sharbodie. Talk City 91.1 FM from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Real talk, real solutions, real impact. YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about low
new
blow.
shows,
So,
new features,
although I
big
could
giveaways.
bust your
Talk
Achilles
City
tendon,
91.1. Your city, your
to dance
voice.
around you with footwork to leave your ankle just like your head rolling. He can already picture his casket. Come on, console him, soak him in a good bush bath. Cause to find himself along my path, that had to be a curse. Or worse, we had to have words. Or worse, he had to strike first. To rush me, as if my buckman could ever raise a bubbly in he house. Watch, as I raise you to the ground, cause you had to be a kunumunu. And before you have to look up, the word I sing is a fool. Yes, it have sophistication even in the grassroots. And yes, it have obliteration if you think you could pass through. And before they could say a heartless, don't worry, I already thought about the strain this could put on your family. So I'll handle the cremation right here. On any other day, for any other person, I would call to the stars. Bring Orion and Apollo for this. Tell Athena, switch out them arrowheads for some hollow tips. But for you, in the midst of this ring, they will see the mutterings beneath my breath as I get in stance. Strike my stick after every 2 steps in the dance. Crack as you brace above your head with beads of sweat running down your face. The strong in spirit will see my bois burst into flames, but you will feel the burn. Crack after a slip has earned you scorch marks on your hip that only us in this realm may perceive. You see, as a born and bred stick man, I knew to come with my weapon charmed. So my stick is slick with a sukunyat saliva. Crack! Fire! Fans your face as an underhanded strike blows your guard wide open. At the flick of a switch, you see gravity shifts. Feel the weight of the sun sink into your shoulder. This is the power of a dwarf star. As they chant my name, you will see flickering flame become raging inferno. See yourself within this all-consuming blaze and know that in this moment, even the deepest pits of hell would be a paradise. That Tartarus would seem for lack of torturers as you lay here, knocking on death's door, begging to be let in. Don't feel shame to remain powerless on the ground. In the face of these supernatural powers, even gravity falls. How do you think I control the constellations? No, I'll take your meager soul as consolation for your disrespect. Who else dares to enter the Gaia?
Yeah. Taken in front.
Really good.
Yes, yes. Don't change it down. Yes, it's right here. That's right. We're talking about poetry. And we're talking about one of our outstanding poets, Jabari Collins.
Yes.
Jabari, congratulations. By enough
Thanks
respect.
again, man.
Bless him. Excellent. And I have here with Jabari is only 21 years. When will be 22 next?
September
This year?
Well, yeah, September this year.
Come now, man. I'm just saying you'll be mashed up the place just now, man. You'll be mashed up the place. Now, I want to tell you, Jabari, you performed at our concert in October. And listen to me, you and your colleague all have mashed up the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you bring certain platform and you bring certain genre and then you have a little question mark. But when you all started, the energy, the young people, the audience, and I want to say sometimes you have an excellent poetry and your execution is poor.
Yeah.
But people who can take poetry and execute it and what you done just now there is absolutely excellent, man. Congratulations.
Much appreciated.
It sounded like a Midnight Robber.
Yeah.
Very, very close.
Yeah.
It's in the stick fighting, but it is in that same way. Like I performed that the same way I perform my Midnight Robber pieces as well.
Okay, so you do Midnight Robber as well.
Yes.
Because I know he would normally be the character that's always like he's really full of himself.
Mm-hmm.
I am the Midnight Robber.
That same kind of way.
I like it.
How long have you been doing in this particular art form?
Well, about 7 years on and off through the time.
Well, when you was 4 years, you started. No, man, that's excellent. Who introduced you to the art form?
Well, So I actually was first told about seeing this as an art form from an English teacher back in Form 2. But when I really got started for myself, just seeing it online, seeing people doing it.
Contagious.
Yeah.
What school is that? Is it Form 2? What?
I started in St. Benedict's College, Laramine, yeah.
Okay, you're South man.
Yeah,
Okay,
true and true.
respect. The breezers blow the front of them. The breezers blow the front and south.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about how you meet up with Matima, with them now. I mean, it's a brother is doing good work. How you meet up with them?
Well, that is actually, I could owe a lot of the furtherance of me doing poetry through Ntima and the Roots Foundation at a large.
Yes.
Because in 2020, when COVID just hit, that's where I joined the Roots Poetry Slam.
Okay.
And that was my first introduction to local poetry.
Oh, wonderful.
And from there, just took in stride and been with them ever since.
Right. Your family support this? That's fighting on and see where you going with this?
Well, they support it, eh? They always told me, since I just started, my father was talking about doing shows regional, Barbados and all over.
Okay.
But of course, in tandem with that, they will have the concerns of what money you really making with that? What you really doing with
I know
this?
about to talk about that. You might be about $40,000 in your account. Don't say that. Don't repeat that. No, but the beauty thing is that you love the art form.
Yes.
And before I go on to other colleagues, I'm involved with the Police Youth Club for the past 33 years, and this skill set is an absolutely beautiful skill set. If we are to introduce this to the Police Youth Club, the young people who probably are not articulate, because it helps you become articulate, becomes assertive. There are a lot of qualities, it transcends. But do you think, and this is for your taller colleagues probably later down the road, that this particular art form should start at a primary school level?
Definitely. That is an interesting part about it.
Yes.
For me, before I even knew what this was, it kind of did start in that primary school level.
Okay.
For the 20 tests that they would give to students to study,
right.
I would be trying to sing all the poems because I didn't know poetry spoken word was at that point in time.
Okay.
But since then, I would try to perform the poems. So if I could have understood that, and children only getting smarter now.
Yes.
So if even then I could have understood that there is something here that needs to be vocalized,
yes.
I think that could be translated and encouraged in the children that they don't even have to find it on their own.
That. And this is a unisex thing, both male and female.
Yeah.
Male and female could come and
everybody
take part.
could battle same way.
Yes. Tell me something about being expressive, because there is a call for young people to be given a platform to express. Because in the absence of that is anger, and it could be destructive anger. I come in a cutlass, I come in a gun, I will take you out. But if you could express how you feel, your anger, today has done me through this particular art form, do you think it will do justice in terms of addressing the question of crime?
In wondrous ways.
Yeah.
Because it's not only, yes, the expression and getting it out. Because processing the emotion is not only crying out, it's not only going and chop somebody.
That's right.
But you can speak it and get those, if
In
you have to
a
cry.
constructive way.
Yeah.
That's right.
Even if you have to cry through it, sometimes writing down the emotions and performing it, people that wasn't even able to get through their woes on their own, this could guide them through that. And beyond that, help them to understand it. Because sometimes they hear somebody, maybe somebody they look up to in their area, performing and talking about the history or the story of what happens.
Yes.
And that could give them a better view of what is really going on.
And this is not about first, second, and third. It's about taking this particular skill set, this thing we call poetry, and really ensuring that young people engage and utilize and maximize, because there has to be a whole education process, not so?
Definitely.
In terms of the art form.
And most persons that you will see doing this, it's educators, it's persons with something to say. A lot of even worldwide, a lot of it, the poetry comes hand in hand with the activism, with the supporting people. Because that's what it's all about. It's about the stories of the persons and the persons that you're telling it to.
I saw that on HBO, and the way how the energy is not just talking, but the energy that you're connecting with your audience is absolutely imperative. Yeah. But you'll do a next one for me.
Well, that's sort out.
Right. I wanna go to my next part now.
Of course.
I wanna go to Mr. Geron.
Yes, I.
Geron.
Hello.
Geron, I had to commend you. We don't come here and stroke nobody ego and and play false thing. But brother, you are excellent delivery in October. I want to applaud you for that.
Thank
I want
you
to
so
find
much.
out going on and say, but how can contact them for that? I'll find out, look at that, I'll find out, I catch all your, and then serve all your warrant and all your, find out yourself right here. That is how we do it, man. But tell me something about this particular art form. Is it something that you were told somebody you get locked up and then they say that you're going to do 14 hours in poetry? How this thing work? How you introduce to this thing?
Okay, so my very first introduction to spoken word poetry would have been through the 2 Cents movement when they would have been doing when they would have been doing their school tours back in like 2015, 2016.
Yes.
Before I was even thinking about doing poetry, I was seeing them and I was like, this seemed like something I could do, but I never really had the confidence to say, let me go and write my own piece and to go and perform it for myself now. But in Form 5 is when I really started to like step out into it a little bit, especially for
Form 5?
for my language at SBA. We had oral presentation that we needed to do, and everybody else was doing speeches, and I wanted to be different, so I was like, let me go and try out spoken word thing.
Respect,
And from there, just kind of snowballed into like, okay, I'm going to do this open mic, and then I'm going to do this slam, and then I'm meeting other people who doing it as well. So I'm just building a community through that, and I've been here for 6 years, about now.
So you have a whole room just with trophies. Trophies and medals, and you guys have a sort of trophies in your room. Then
I have a heart full of poems. I don't know about the trophies, but I have a heart full of poems and some good friends.
Yeah.
Some real good friends.
You have centered yourself around good friends.
Yes.
And I need
definitely.
to repeat that. That's an excellent point. Who do you center yourself around?
Well, mostly these guys here, Jabari Collins, Brandon Butcher. I have a couple other friends, Tevin Douglas, Joel Phillip, and of course I have like my mentors in the scene, MT Masawazi, Emmanuel Villafana, somebody else who did a lot for me when I was coming up. Isaiah Wayne John, he's somebody who really looked out a lot for me.
Yeah, he's big in the business.
Yeah.
Yes, big in business. But tell me something about the team. I mean, I say that brother has been really doing good work. And I want to personally congratulate you, bro. You have been doing good work. I'm going to say your organization is supposed to be funded. Corporate team is supposed to be coming to man.
Emmanuel were like,
That is
hey, this
wonderful.
Jaron boy.
That is wonderful. Most of the game, you did not make the finals, but you still continue to observe.
Yeah.
That is excellent, man.
And they were like, hey,
Yes.
we need to pull him in. So from that, they pulled me in. And honestly, I know Mtima watching and listening now, and he doesn't like when we try and big him up too much.
Yeah.
But his
Hello, right.
Yeah.
Right.
His praises cannot be sung enough. That
That's
man
right.
is one of the hardest workers I know. Sometimes
good
things
soldier.
just be going on, and he's just saying, hey, I can't tell you what's going on right now, but just know things working in the background. And then suddenly we just have 5 projects just line up, and it's like, okay, I didn't even know this was happening, and now Mtima but I know the work is going in the background. So Mtima, big up yourself, a lot of the hard work goes in, and you mightn't get all the recognition for it all of the time, but big up yourself.
God see. And don't worry, you'll get a regimental number and put 2 stripes on you. You'll give you okay. But could you, I want to put you on spot. Could you give us one of your pieces?
I can, but we would prefer if mine go last.
Okay.
Yeah. We prefer if mine go last.
That sound like the best.
I can segue into Brandon.
Yeah, we're closing up with something big. Brandon, welcome to Talk City 91.1.
Hi.
Brother, this is the number 1 youth program, and you only bring in young people here.
Lovely.
I just want to commend you for just being part of something positive.
Yeah.
When you are young people, there's a narrative out there that people want to send, that young people holding gun, young people involved in gang. We have 3 young brothers, not so much.
Absolutely.
3 young brothers involved in poetry and participating, educating, and you also be in the front page of all papers. Because it's an excellent art form. But Brandon, tell us about yourself. Tell us how you get into slam and into meeting. What was that about?
The story is sort of similar to Geron's, where I would have started in school with an IE. It was upper 6.
Okay.
And I decided that I would have
Artificial
done
intelligence?
No.
Good.
I got to explain.
Oh,
But yeah, it started at upper 6 at Queen's Royal College, and I decided to do a spoken word for my piece.
Okay.
And from there I used that said same spoken word to enter into the Roots Poetry Slam.
Oh.
And I placed 3rd. And I decided, I said, if I could place 3rd, I said maybe I could try and do a next thing next year.
Yes.
And so, it kept building from there. And yeah.
How was your first time on stage? Did you were you going over and over, sweating taking place?
Still to this day, when I'm on stage, I am nervous. I am very nervous.
But as I started talk.
As I started talk, that's it.
Thank you very much. I love that. I want to hear a little more about you, but certainly I would want to ask you if you could do one of your pieces.
Yeah, for sure.
Before we go into the second half, I would love to have, your presentation. So
right.
people, so this is Brandon Butcher. Come in.
Right, so the title of this piece is Hide and Seek. Okay, I think I found a safe place to hide. Now all that is left to do is stay here and remain quiet. My adrenaline is up and my heart rate steadily increases. Whoever knew it could get so intense playing a game of hide and seek? I found myself lodged in a hole on the corner of Hope and Dream Street. Beads of sweat wash my face as my body marinates in this heat. I hearing footsteps running down the hill. Look, my brother still hasn't found a place to hide. I whispered to him, "Come here, boy." But he rejected the call to save him from the eyes of the seeker. The piercing eyes of a hunter who only counts from 1 to 5 before it turns around and catches all young men who run away to hide. This game of hide and seek, it's not your ordinary skin grin and come find me. It's a game of luck and chance when you're chased by the streets in your community, when the block is the one counting. Most boys are caught before they find a place to hide. They are grabbed by their blue collars and dragged into a life of crime. This block knows every corner. It knows every square inch of your mother's home, so there's no running and hiding in comfort, because once you're caught, mother's hands become those that scold because your mother knows. In fact, she has prepared you for this game by giving you every key possible hiding spot to escape, like the parlor on Education Street or under Mrs. Melody's home on Talent Lane. And though she said it's risky, Entrepreneur Drive is known as the best hiding space, but I failed. And all because I didn't have enough time to run. And now I'm at the corner of Hope and Dream Street, sitting in this hole lodged. I wonder what escaping would be like. Imagine buying a new home for my mom. I've always wanted a Mercedes-Benz with 2 children and a wife living in our 2-story house. No, come out. I need to come out of this hole and find a new hiding spot. I can't daydream what I want. It's time to put works behind this fate, put weight behind these words and get up. So I emerged out the hole, got up, took a look around, and there it was. The block had my brother in a chokehold. When it saw me, it stopped, stared directly in my eye, assumed position and proceeded to run. So I proceeded to run, my heart racing thousands of miles per minute. My mind runs on the possibilities of being caught, being a shell on the pavement for hours, having the same conversation day in, day out about how the system is designed to keep the black man down. Run, black man, run. You're not in this alone. Look, Kareem Ashley and Kareem Marcel ran down these same roads. Run, black man, run. Don't stop, pace yourself. Young brother's now an icon. Look at his positive influence. Run, black man, run. You're almost there. I know the road seems long, but you're almost near. I could taste it. It's close. I could finally see. Home free. Home free. Home free.
I love it.
Deep boy. But you're doing some interest, man.
This is actually a really interesting art form indeed.
Yes,
yes. And we have 3 very talented individuals.
But big man, we just don't have a talent
in the studio.
Brandon Butcher is currently the 2025 Roots Poetry Slam first place winner. Congratulations, bro. Deep. I love it. I love the it starts off on your voice. You drop your voice. You have people thinking. It's not just a story, but sometimes people can relate and I can identify with that particular poetry, right. and that is the connectivity that takes place. It is a beautiful art form, and I really hope that the private sector come and embrace and really no. But Brandon, tell us something again about the question of your family and the support. What school do you go to? Sorry.
Well, no, currently I'm working. I'm a UE law student.
Okay, congrats.
But other than that, my family, they are very supportive. They are very, very supportive. They attend all the shows. They make the most noise. They really, really enjoy the art form.
But while you're in UE, do you maximize and utilize that as well? Do you share with your colleagues? Probably socializing through a 5 minutes break, that is one of your forte?
I mean, not necessarily. I think that my work in terms of poetry, because currently I'm at a school around West North Secondary.
Okay.
I teach some students there, so I focus more on. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not focusing on the UA students, because everybody do need help, but persons on the ground really who really need the assistance. Yeah. I definitely
Yeah. Love in the house. So I know that the question of being first place and second place, it speaks as an incentive.
Correct.
It tells you you're doing well, not so.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. But have you seen yourself? We have a few minutes. That's quickly. Have you seen yourself going at a regional level, an international level, and take this particular art form to the next level?
That's funny you said, because we have taken it internationally to New York.
Come on, man, this
yeah, to New York.
tell us about that.
Yeah, New York on Poets Cafe. I mean, myself, Geron, Jabari, a couple other poets.
I don't know police escort up there.
No. We went to New York, and Tima, hard working. I had to keep saying that, because he would have provided us everything to be across there. So it was a wonderful experience. My first time definitely being in that space. And it was, we traveled internationally. Yeah, it was good.
And you're all well received.
Well received.
Yeah.
Well received.
Tell me something about, quickly, Tell me something about the dialect. Do people embrace it? People look and listen and they say,
oh God, too much. Too much. They want you to speak it.
I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. The second half, we want to talk about Tobago. If there's anything going on in Tobago, and if they have, because it's Trinidad and Tobago, you follow?
Correct, yeah.
And if you all have colleagues in Tobago that are doing the art form as well, and we want to bring down the big shooter after.
The man
the
himself.
big shooter after.
Himself.
Right, so we can take a break at this stage.
All right, we'll do that. Haven't seen the news as yet, but we have the NLCB draw.
Right.
So we will stand by for that right now.
Yeah, man.
Return,
Poetry at its best.
Yeah, taking in front. Sons of the soil as well. You guys are all from Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Well,
Yes,
Yes.
more or less. Is that debatable?
majority.
Okay. All right.
Right, so there's my piece.
Yes, let's hear.
I'm a police officer and a youth club leader. I wonder if the same hands I cuffed today, I could have guided yesterday. I hear sirens echo long after the streets go quiet. I see young faces hiding pain behind hardened eyes. I want to break cycles before they become records. I'm a police officer and a youth club leader. I pretend the uniform doesn't make me target or a symbol of fear. I feel the weight of futures hanging in choices not yet made. I touch lives that stand at the edge of the right and wrong. I worry that one mistake could cost a life or a lifetime. I cry for the ones who lost before we ever reach them. I'm a police officer and a youth club leader. I understand that discipline without love only builds distance. I saw every youth deserve a chance before a charge. I dream of communities where sirens are replaced with laughter. I try to be the bridge between authority and empathy. I hope that I see the man before they judge the badge. I'm a police officer and a youth club leader.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Wait.
I am really impressed.
Wait.
Where did that come from?
No, wait. No, these are the judges here because of that. But I want to talk to man.
It painted a picture,
Right.
of who you really are. Not just a police officer.
Could you see Mativa? That's the brother who put that together for me.
Yeah.
Mativa, love in the house.
I know it's a true. It's a true reflection.
Very
of who
relevant,
you
huh?
are. Yeah.
Very relevant.
I like that.
That is how this man is so excellent in his art form. The man is a doctor in the business.
Yeah.
A doctor.
I get new poem there, no? I think I know. I get ideas from that.
Yeah, so I mean, and I copyrighted, so a little $400 go Yeah. But to my brother in the is Geron?
Geron.
I stand corrected. Geron, there it is in my 30 years or 33 years being a leader of the police club, young people naturally want to belong to something. A football club, basketball club, a swimming club. You know, they want to belong, police. And in the absence of that, they will join gangs. You follow? If you cannot allow or give them a platform or accessible, easy access, too much of red tape, follow this form. You might just submit an ID card. Come. It's like what is Matiba did. Come, no, we want you to come on board.
Just come.
We have too much of rules. You follow this application form to ID site, and while the gang on the corner saying,
just come.
Talk to me. What's your problem? You know, we have to get rid of that. But tell me something about this beautiful art form that you have been part of, and the friends, the colleagues. Is it that you'll sit down and come up? Is it an opportunity where you'll exchange different skill sets, or just that is something that is beautiful that you're naturally gifted with?
For me, honestly, I think it's a mix of all
All of
a
the
mix of
above.
everything. Yeah,
Right.
because I do think I'm blessed in a way that naturally so by God to be able to do this. I felt from very early on in my journey in my career as a poet, I knew that this was my purpose. This was what I needed to do to be on stage, to inspire, to talk, to make my voice be heard. But beyond that, the community that we've built within it, there are so many poets who you see each other, you see it because you're in the same spaces, you're in the same open mics, you're in the same competitions, and it's like you're just talking to them, and you're really building a connection where it's like, hey, this is what we're working on, what are you doing? Or just reach out to Brandon and be like, hey, this having a show, you should come out, stuff like that.
Yeah, no respect.
And I think that's really the core of it, the ability to build and find out the community. That same thing that we're talking about, that you were talking about, of young people needing something to do, something to go to. We all know the saying of the devil is make work for idle hands. Exactly.
Yes, God, yes.
So just having somewhere to go, having that space, but it's not just about providing the space; it's about maintaining it. It's about you don't want to just say, oh yeah, come here.
There's a space.
Yeah, come here. Let's have a space, and you just do. It's just
I agree.
You need to.
I agree.
We need to be able to take the next step. Do the
A
next,
sense of belonging. This is my space.
Exactly. Then my space, and maintain it.
That's right.
Maintain the work. Maintain what going into it, because you will see what come out of it. We are all products of what come out of it.
Yes.
And I think we are pretty good products. If I have to be honest with myself.
Yeah.
Absolutely good.
Jabari, don't play hiding, because you next. Tell me something about Tobago. Do we have Tobago colleagues? Is there some type of outreach? I mean, I only went international, so it is probably another statement. Tell me about Tobago. Is Tobago involved? What kind of participatory process they have?
Yeah, there's definitely work going on in Tobago as well.
Right.
For one, we have persons like McPherson and Cameron Bruno and other persons who are present and doing the work over there as well.
Okay.
As well as, I don't think it was the most recent one, but Roots Poetry Slam not too long ago, it had persons performing from Tobago as well, and things were put in place to make sure that they could have a voice and we could facilitate the work being done on both ends.
Right.
But in tandem with that, I think there's more to be done on both ends of it for us to make them connections and have spaces together
massive
to
outreach.
build them bonds.
Yes, I agree with you. Massive. Must be planned and deliberate.
Yeah.
Must be aggressive.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
deliberate.
marking time too much.
Yeah.
And a beautiful art form like that, it should be like on every TV, every turn. It's sometimes it should be free. State home supposed to sponsor that place supposed to be packed.
Yeah, they're supposed to put it on the radio,
tell me
let
something
people
about
hear it.
Tell me something, Brandon. Tell me something about sponsorship. Do you all have I know that you all have something big in me, but is there a sponsorship? Is there somebody that tell me about that? No, but do you all need? Do you all looking for?
In terms of we always need sponsorship. We
Thank you.
always need
Thank
sponsorship.
you.
I mean, at the end of the day, we could only do so much.
Yes.
We would definitely need the assistance of those private sectors, even the government, the public sector, to definitely assist in pushing this further. Because there are many persons who, we're on the topic of youth and youth being in crime, and where I teach at the Arangwes North Secondary School, there are lots of persons who they are lost. And when I came and I performed this and I showed them another avenue,
Thank you.
and they were like, oh, okay, so I could do this.
Yes.
I don't have to tell my teacher this, I could write it down. I could,
Yes.
and then that is now able to have another avenue, have them come out of the gangs. Because, and at the end of the day, that is the kind of things that we need. We definitely need programs. I know MT is currently in the process of trying to acquire a building
Yes,
to start
he
this
told me,
workshop.
yes.
And he needs the sponsorship.
Yeah.
He needs the funding, and the government, if anybody is listening, please look into it.
Yeah.
Look into it and fund it, because it's only great thing coming out of this. Roots poetry, Roots on the whole is from way back when.
You're telling me?
Is way back when.
Yeah, that brother has been in the vineyard, boy.
Many poets have gone away, international, regional,
Doing well.
doing excellent to
Yes.
this day.
You almost develop a nice alumni.
It's
A nice
wonderful.
alumni, so that you keep bring them back and
Correct.
let them
Poets
expatiate.
right now are actually making money. This has a career.
That is big,
And
yes.
started at Roots Poetry Slam
Yes,
at
yes.
Roots Foundation. So I think that it definitely needs some form of sponsorship. Pay your money where your mouth is.
About any one of the three, I know that First Citizen Bank at once upon a time used to sponsor. I don't know if they're on board now, but do you think that this platform we can appeal to private sector involvement, other state to come back on board and see something of value in terms?
So definitely First Citizens was a part of the National Poetry Slam. It was First Citizens National Poetry Slam.
Right,
However,
yes, I
they
know
would
about
have police sponsorship, right? Yeah, talking plainly. The police sponsorship, and now which is National Poetry Slam.
Right.
It is important that we get back that sponsorship.
Yes.
And if not First Citizens, any other bank, any other public,
Private
it could
sector.
Be Blue Waters, National Poetry Slam. It doesn't
Yes,
matter.
yes.
At the end of the day, we need sponsorship to push this further.
Right.
Because the message could only go so far, and then when we get that sponsorship, whether it be going internationally, regionally, we get the message out there, and then once persons on the street see that, wait now, this is really, you can actually make a career out of this, you can actually make money off of it. They'll leave the
Come
guns.
now, man. This thing is well marketed. You don't have to prepare a document and do a proposal. You're insulting people. you understand what I'm saying, me? I know about slam. I know the kind of excellent work they're doing. I know about poetry. In fact, this we run into them and say, listen to me, we want to sponsor. We want to take this into the at-risk areas, into the communities.
That is it, yeah.
And you know what is good about this particular skill set? It teaches young people how to write, how to spell, how to read. So therefore, it gives young people the empowerment that they must write. You must, because you have to put something together.
Yeah.
So it encourages you, right, to make sure that whatever you're writing upstairs here comes out and is transformed onto paper. But there's something happening in May. I don't know, something happening.
Well, that would be the May 3rd, I believe, is the finals for National Poetry Slam. So I believe that'd be hosted by Bocas Litfest. And you can always check out Bocas, all their pages and stuff. They're a pretty solid space for anything literary in Trinidad as well.
No, let me come back here before me the second. Sorry, I'm not point. Let me come back here and promote that. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking in front would not do anything otherwise but to promote excellent projects and initiatives like this. Mm-hmm. We can't be talking, you talk, and then afterwards using this platform to say otherwise. What does with police again?
What was that, sorry?
What does with police again?
What did they do with police?
Yeah, like when they don't keep the word.
Oh.
All right, okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
I hope you don't have the answer to that.
No. We keep our word here. Jabari, before I go on to the big shutter, Jabari, you have gone on to do excellent work, to say, in terms of promoting and marketing together with your colleagues. What I want to admire is men. And not taking anything from women, right? I think women has always find the rightful role, but when young men can step up to the plate and become good role models, good mentor, it has to be applauded, because I know without any contradiction and challenge that what we are lacking today is more male role models. We have a lot of influencers, but mentors to come and really promote and to walk with young people and touch their appetite and let them know that they have a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
This week. Tell us a little bit about what next for 2026. What do you see for this year?
Well, for me, and I think for, what's going on here at large, For one, we have Bacano. Bacano Leaf is a creative entity, a creative enterprises. They do a lot of spoken word. Like, I would always say hand in hand for what I could owe a lot of my development in this space to is Roots and Bacano. And they have a spoken word every month, a spoken word slam and open mic every month. There's also Roots Take the Stage open mic going on every 2 months.
Okay.
So these are things that, because it's not only what is coming up annually, it's what is consistently there as well. Because those things are important.
I love it. So you see, the more you have of that, is the less you have of the lifestyle of gang knowledge. You need to have more. You cannot say, let me deal with gangs, and you don't have a replacement.
Yes.
It is important to, what do we replace gangs with? So you're telling young people, gangs is not good. By the time you're 18, you're dead. You're locked up, you're charged. Okay. They hear you loud and clear, but what are you replacing it with?
And as well,
thank you.
Not on occasion, because the block open every night. The block don't close.
Come on, man.
So you need to give them something to do.
A spoken word block thing. You just shop on the basketball court, and there is a slam.
Just have a space where people are like, and that is part of the problem with just not having a lot, as you said, the communities.
Yes.
Places where you can just meet people and say, you know what, I just go to a cafe, I talk to somebody, we go and write something, we doing things.
Jabari,
there's
Jabari,
always something to do.
Jabari sound like a philosopher, man. Sound like, oh my God, you're Chinese men, tell me what the hell is going on here. You're philosophers here. My brother, you're getting away. You're not getting away. You have to hit everybody with your piece. But before we do that, I wanna congratulate that gentleman from Legal Affairs. Apparently there's notice, and Matiba showed me a lot of NGOs had deadlines for cancellation. If you didn't, it is important for you to follow a particular form in order for you to be legally recognized and registered. And therefore, some groups had passed it, along with some police clubs.
Right.
And Matiba brought to my attention, and I got in touch with the superintendent, Miss Graves. My wife went down, and I just want to thank Noel, a brother at Legal Affairs.
Yeah.
Right, he's willing to accommodate the groups and thing. I just want to thank him very much.
Nice.
You can't cancel these groups and them now. No.
Let's get them the right support.
Yeah, not now. So, brother Noel from Legal Affairs, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Noel.
Yeah, for meeting with my wife and working something out. All right, bro.
I thought he was going to lock him up there.
All right. So a brief trigger warning for this piece. It gets into topics of suicide and mental health.
Oh.
So yeah, I hope you enjoy. St. Stephen's holds peace walk after student dies by suicide. Males are 2 times more likely to die by suicide globally. Man dies by suicide at Port of Spain waterfront. Between 2020 and 2023, there were 478 victims of suicide in Trinidad and Tobago, where 4 out of 5 victims were men. How tragic it must be to have your life or your death summed up by a brief headline or statistic. This soul that was once filled with wishes, now just a number or a headline. I wonder what that must feel like. Becoming the 45th suicide of the year is more significant than your real life. To have your name shining in the People article, but what some people don't realize is that they probably tried everything before they decided to see skies. See, I am a man. That means I born with a disposition to despise this position. I know plenty man who try to live their life, and I know a handful who try to take their own too. And I had to sit down and listen to my brothers talk about the date that they choose and try not to hug them. Because we grow up learning how to respect man, not to love them. But you see that thinking, I trying to unlearn that. I trying to show my brothers that love, you don't need to earn that. You deserve that. But my brothers don't know how to feel. They know how to cope. My brothers don't know how to heal. They know how to hold. My brothers don't know how to deal. They know how to fold. My brothers don't know how to speak. We know how to joke. Let your feelings be captured inside a meme or inside a post. Life as a man, you're either walking on a tight one or hanging off a rope. So you don't know. Or then again, maybe you do. But I'd rather you plead ignorance than incompetence. I'd rather you be blissfully unaware than knowingly not comfort us. Some are we just walk around knowing that death not going and come for us because we actually choosing to go to him instead. And if you don't like how that sound, imagine what it feel like. My words is just a poem. Some people's words is their real life. For years, we talking about male suicide prevention, and what some people don't realize is that it's easier to ask for forgiveness rather than permission for you to see skies. And the worst part, this poem will probably change nothing. Do you know how helpless that feels? Knowing that killing myself might get my point across better than this poem. Do you know how helpless that feels? For the headline to read, Geron Ruiz, 23, dead to suicide, and knowing that that is a better line than I could ever write. Do you know how helpless that feels? Knowing that there'll probably be countless more headlines after me. Please check up on your male friends when they need. Please, men, it's also our responsibility. I know sadness has its claws wrapped around that heart of yours. I know you've been having thoughts about what life might look like without you having yours. But please, go to therapy. Talk about how you feel. It have a million ways you could make a headline by being somebody. But in order to do that, you need to be. So please, be.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Woo! Listen, I really felt that one. I really did, because I mean it's the truth, you know, that a lot of people are suffering in many different ways. Mental health is a very serious condition that I mean most people just overlook and they just don't understand, you know, and then someone's going through something and they don't even know what's going on, you know. So check up on yourself, check up on that was very well felt. You know, I kind of feel that one hit home for you as well in some way, you know. But good stuff, man.
Alex, this man has to be a prophet. As we speak, the Police Club is launching a mental health program with UNDP.
Very good.
And my brother was now talking about it here.
That's amazing.
There was a soldier that went up on social media and said he gonna kill himself, and then afterwards he killed himself.
Oh, serious?
A young soldier.
Well, that's recent.
Yes.
This last week.
This week, yes.
Yeah, I missed that one.
And,
Wow.
and he attempted.
Sorry.
It didn't happen, and then he came and people like.
But he was reaching out.
But this is it. So the point he's making is excellent.
Yeah.
So we're not just looking at what you're saying, but it's not playing full of what. How do we find help for people who are reaching out and crying out for help?
Yep.
That is powerful.
Yeah, it is. It is
powerful, and I really hope that we can maximize the use of this spoken word poetry to reach all young people.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a call.
Powerful,
you know?
powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, and I want to extend an invitation to the meeting with UMDP to see how well we could for.
Yeah, you should.
But this session was absolutely good. Let's have a couple
I really enjoyed it very much. Good stuff,
on behalf of Taking in Front, Alex, myself, the commissioner, you know what you're doing with the police, you can making yourself available to perform. You know, Trinidad has we just want to say thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And this will always provide a platform you follow, either to talk, to lecture, to reach out to young people, whoever. This platform is yours.
Thank you.
You know, and tell the doctor in your house. I tell you, we don't get a regimental no man pub, not to strive street because I a corporal here to be a sergeant. So I'll get three. I want to congratulate my brother Roots Foundation for the absolutely excellent work, and I hope we continue to partner and to make this thing happen. We gotta save this country. It's a beautiful country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
This is a beautiful. We have a few poor actors and anti-slopers and some snatty nose.
Yeah.
But we outnumber them, right? And I want to appeal to the private sector.
Correct.
For citizens, if you could kindly reconsider, please. If you can reconsider, please. Let me support the beautiful art form. Let me bring the young people, pack them, into the World Auditorium, and let them see, it should be free. You know what I'm saying? All seats should be paid for, understand, bro?
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you very much, gentlemen. I want to tip my cap to them. I hope that this beautiful art form moves on from strength to strength.
Yeah.
Bless them. So people,
Stuff.
sorry couldn't take no calls next time. You all will interact with the young man and them next time.
Next time we come on.
Yeah. But love in the house. Jabari, Brandon,
Geron.
and Gerard. Love in the house, and thank you, gentlemen, very much. Excellent.
Wonderful.
presentation.
Thanks again there. Coming up next, we have Roland Stewart with Beyond the Limits right here on Talk City.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens.